my intention today is to finish all the framing. I've done 2 walls, the small ones, and it took me a little while just because I wanted to do it right, so I really took my time. But I feel like now, you know, I've got it in my head how it works, how to turn the timber and how to like, because it's kind of weaved together to make it stronger. So I think I've got like the studs are in the front and then the nogs are in the back, whatever, like the orientation of everything, which I was just staring at everything I was doing to be like, okay, let me just think about it when it's gonna stand and how it looks like and where the plywood has to go. So yeah, a little bit of time. Hopefully today I finished the 2 long walls and we can call it a day. It is a Sunday today and I'm doing the last frame. So I didn't finish it last time, or a few days later I got a haircut. Feeling cute. And yes, I'm just doing some planning, the cutting list for the last one. So yes, let's stop thinking, stop writing stuff and actually doing some work. I thought I would just try to explain basically a little bit of the framing. I should clean this, but so you've got a house here. So I was explaining before, this is my bottom plate. So I've got a bottom plate here. I've got a top plate here. Those are my rafter. They're going to support my roof. And so here I've got studs, all of my studs all the way. I'm going to show you on the wall that's actually without an angle. But yeah, again, bottom plate, top plate, and here all of my studs. So those I put on already. And then my nogs here. Whew, my line of nog. Usually you've got more than one, but it was just for an example. But you see the wall could go like left or right if it was just the studs in. But because I put a row of nog, then my wall can't really move this way or that way anymore. And then here I've got the opening for my window, and you can see here, because there's a lot of weight, like my wall is supposed to like carry the weight of the roof that's above. And here I've got an opening, so I can't have my studs there. See, so it's kind of like a weakness in your wall. And to balance that, counterbalance that effect, we've got a piece of wood here above the window that's way bigger, so it can just share the weight to the stud on each side. So that's basically a wall. And then you've got the subfloor under, which I built, like that's my trailer. Those are my joists here. That's how we call it, joist. Bottom plate, studs, my nogs, and top plate and rafter. You know everything about framing now. So before I do the last wall, I just wanted to show you what I've done before. Just a quick explanation. So this is my bottom plate, and those are my studs right here, and this is my nog. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one long bottom plate and then one long stud to the top. And then what I'm going to do from there is I'm just going to fill the gaps here with like small bits there and there. So the idea is there is one long bottom plate that runs from end to end and one long stud that runs from top to bottom. And then from there, again, just the other side is going to be filled. So I've got two widths of LVL. Not everywhere though. As you can see, the nog is one continuous line and it's only one, and same for certain stud, only because it's going to be easier to slide cables and I don't need it everywhere for the strength. So this is how I'm going to do it. So I need to get my bottom plate first on, and then I'm going to lay all of my stud on top of this and then fill the gaps. Alright, so I've got a messy workshop at the start of a frame. Before I go any further, I'm going to check my parallel. That means I need to have the same distance at the top and at the bottom. That's the top actually, and that's the bottom. And then here as well, there and there. And I'm also going to check in the middle. That could be, if it's not the right distances, that could be maybe I cut one of my studs too short. I didn't realize it. It's just double checking before you brace everything. And also, I'm going to check if my frame is actually, oh, glue everywhere. I'm going to check if my frame is actually square. So how I do that is I measure diagonally, and those two measurements here and there should be exactly the same. If it is not the same, I can just literally push one of the corner in or out to make sure that I get the same measurements. And then I can start putting my nogs in. So let's do that and pray that I don't have to redo it. I checked my parallels and they were fine, but my wall wasn't square. So I use my ratchet ties here because this side was longer, that diagonal was longer than this one here. So basically I want a nice square for my wall here, but what I got was more something like this. Yeah, I'm exaggerating it, but so obviously this is way longer than this, and this is what I'm doing. I'm putting like ratchet ties, and eventually it's going to pull those two sides closer together, and this is going to move this direction. Barely filming what I'm drawing, but that's the idea. So I did it until I got the same measurement here. I'm gonna do it here until I get the same measurement here and here. And once this is nice and square, I can start putting my nogs in. So those are the nog lines, and they're gonna basically kind of tie all of this together and brace the wall. And we are back today on a sunny day to put the frames up. So I finished all the walls there, and we spend the morning trying to make sure we got a flat surface for our frame. Again, because like it's recycled timber flooring, it tends to just do a little bit of this and that, and we've got a little bit of sagging on each side of our trellis, so this just goes slightly down. Same for the other side, but that's okay, because when we connect all the walls together, the walls are actually going to be our bracing for our joists, floor joists, so that's fine. But we just need to probably prop them up a little bit more when we fix the wall, so it's just going to be fixed in the final position, and that's it. Yes, it just takes a little bit of time to kind of prep everything. Getting the frames up should be really quick, but the prep is taking a little bit of time. Woo! So let's just get this outside level it, and then bang, framing. In an hour, we're done, right? Let's do it. It's been a while since the last update, so let me take you through everything we've been doing and what we're going to be up to today. So here's the beautiful shepherd's hut. I built the porch and I did the decking as well. Yeah, we wrapped the house, put the tape as well, and some flashing here because we're going to have a change of cladding there and there, so we need a bit of plastic flashing. The windows are in, oh, they fixed in, but they're not really installed properly yet. They are in. And then the top plate, we installed the top plate here. We installed the top plate right there. I'm going to show you inside. It's a bit easier to explain. So what we've done basically is we put the walls up, and then the distance between those walls are not too important for the rafters, because what we are doing is putting a top plate on here, and that's just ply, and the overhang is gonna match perfectly the length of the rafter on both sides. So I just made sure that they are the same distance from each other. And today I'm gonna fix a few mistakes actually. So I put all my rafters on and I forgot to check if they were flat or not. It's just a new build. I've never built a shepherd's hut before. It's something you would do on a normal roof, and I kind of forgot to check if all the rafters were actually flat. They're not. Some of them are a little bit lower, some of them are a bit higher. Not by too much, but enough to be annoying. So I'm just gonna have, and they all fixed with nails and screws, so I have to spend a bit of time on that. It's just a couple that I have to fix, but still quite annoying. So that's how I'm gonna start my day. And then something exciting, Mathilde is coming with some paint right now. She's on her way. She's picking us lunch as well. Thanks, Mathilde. And what we're gonna do next, starting to think about lining and cladding, or first we're gonna clean the workshop. But basically how we're gonna do the roof quickly is we want the rafter to be seen because they painted, they're beautiful. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put plywood behind it, so on top of it, plywood lining, so it needs to be painted first because otherwise it's gonna be so annoying to paint the ceiling. And then after that, ply or lining, we're going to put a few purlins, insulation into those gap that are we creating with the purlins, and then we're going to put the roof on top. It's 8 a.m. It's not even that early, but I still look like it's like 6 or 5 in the morning. We did such a good job with Mathilde for the past few days with the cladding. But I had to pick up my parents a couple of days ago at the airport. They're here for a holiday for 2 weeks. And instead of going around and, you know, doing touristy stuff, my stepdad wants to help with the shepherd's hut. So today he's going to help me install the roof. My mom is probably going to do some painting. Mathilde is coming in the afternoon. So it's going to be a full house, which is pretty nice because a lot of the time I'm alone in my workshop just trying to figure things out. So yeah, super happy about it. A bit nervous because it's a lot of people to manage at the same time, especially when it's like a lot of little jobs that you thought you would do yourself. But yeah, it's going to be okay. I'm just going to have a coffee now. Last update for me. I am flying back to France for 8 months, and I had my parents coming here for 2 weeks for a holiday, but they didn't really. They did enjoy their holiday, but we were doing nothing. They helped me a lot on the shepherd's hut, but it was really hard to update you on the progress because when you've got more than yourself on site, you have to manage everybody, and because it's the first time I do it, I wasn't too sure how to do things, so I had to take my time and be with everybody. So I couldn't just pick up the camera and start talking while they were waiting for me to tell them what to do. So yeah, it was really fun, but really full on. It was great to have the family here. Some friends came as well. So I just wanted to be present. I still pick up the camera, just no updates. But here she is. She's weather tight. Mathilde's gonna have to finish it now. I really wanted to, the goal was weather tight. She still has some details to do outside, but that's going to be okay. Some lining done and finishing lines inside, at least showing her how to do them. So I think she's all good now. And I'm really excited. She's going to film how she does the cabinetry. And yeah, I wish I could stay to finish, but yeah, that was my goal, just leaving it weather tight for her. And I'm flying back to France tonight, trying to pack my life away now. And I'm gonna help my brother. He is building his house close to the family farm. It's just an old barn that he's renovating. I just want to learn about French carpentry and French building and help at the restaurant and the farm as well. So that's probably gonna be a cool adventure for the next 8 months. But yeah, next time you see me, I'll be back in France and update you on the stuff I learned there. And yeah, I'm going to try to pack as many tools as I can in my luggage. We'll see how that goes, but yes. I'll see you soon, and thanks for watching. Bye.